Guess what? It's moving day again.
Yep, time to pack it up and hit the road.
We seem to have a lot of moving days.
Yeah, well, we've been sitting for 3 days, so this was a nice little break.
Yeah, so for us, 3 days lately has been a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we are at a Boondockers Welcome, and we are leaving the Boondockers Welcome headed west for a harvest host. Before we hit the road, what I always do is I always go through the route. I'm the navigator. I'm usually telling Phil where to go, as I've been doing for the past 20-something years. Mm-hmm. So that has not changed yet. But as you guys know, we have the Garmin 770, but after our fiasco at the bridge, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it below, make sure you check it out. I went ahead and downloaded Copilot, and I've been comparing the two over the past month or so. Now, they both do a pretty good job. They're pretty similar. We do have updated maps on our Garmin, so we made sure that those were up to date, so that wasn't going to be like a big variance in the two. Now, both of them have given us a small amount of trouble. The Copilot actually had an exit labeled incorrectly, so they had us taking a B, which should have been an A. So had I not had more than one device, we would have gone the wrong way. Now, you guys know about the bridge with our Garmin. Now, other than those differences, I got to tell you, Copilot always gets us there faster and has shaved off as much as 45 minutes on a route. Now, these are all set up the same as far as our rig, so I'm not really sure why this one always picks the better roads, other than the fact that I think that Garmin labels a lot of roads that's unknown as far as the RV driving on them. So I think that's the big negative for the Garmin 770, but I'm going to keep on comparing the two and putting them both up side by side and see if anything else comes up along the way. All right, the next thing we like to do, and Phil and I usually sit down and do this together, is we always go through and we pull up the satellite of where we're going. So this is where we're going, the harvest host. So we like to look at the driveway, where we're going to pull in. If they're routing us to park beside a certain building or by the barn or whatever, we always like to look at the map of where we're going. That way, when we're turning in somewhere, we kind of know where we go. We're not going to get stuck in a parking lot somewhere. So that's pretty important too. And then since we are riding with another RV, so they're following behind us, we always get together and go over the route together. So we both know exactly which route we're taking, make sure one of our GPS units haven't diverted going a different way, and we're all on the same page. So that way, hopefully, another bridge catastrophe doesn't happen. Right, so we are working to get out of this Boondockers Welcome. It is a lot with two entrances, but we really don't want to go out the back entrance just because there's a ditch and a big bump, a dirt bump or mound, whatever you want to call it. So it's easier and safer to go out through the front. But since we put our doors together so we could open up our awnings, Al's got to turn around. So Phil's going to move forward, Al's going to turn around, and then he'll hook up to his Jeep. Since that time we got stuck in the dirt, of course, anytime we're on soft ground, I always get nervous. But that went off without a hitch. So now all they have to do is hook up the Jeep. Can you tell she worked for airlines?
Oh, that's right. I want to see. We'll film Stacy's way next time.
Mine is not nearly as good.
Oh, wait a minute. Phil does it.
No, I usually do.
Okay.
Well, we take turns. It just depends on who's in the seat.
Okay, let's see Stacy's next time.
Woo!
We want to send out a big thanks to Ron and Judy for letting us use the Boondockers Welcome site next to their house.
Yep, and thank you for the wine and for the chat last night.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun getting to know you guys. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a great site too, nice and shaded. We could leave our windows open. It was quiet. We loved it.
Yep. It was great till we put the big ruts in the ground. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It was a little wet today.
Well, it rained all night, so it comes with the territory, I guess.
I had to do about a 10-point turn right there, so that helped.
at the Blue Beacon. I just got the wash, the Rain-X, the tire dressing, and the citrus rim aluminum cleaner, all for 64 bucks. That's going to save me a ton of sweat and back pain, letting these guys do it for me. So we did suffer a little casualty during the Blue Beacon truck wash. The open road is now P-Rad, so we'll take it. She's clean. So we made it to the Butea Vineyard and bed and breakfast.
Yeah, in Conneaut, Ohio. I believe I'm getting that correct.
Yeah, so it's a small little vineyard, but they have outstanding wine slushies.
Yeah, really good slushies. Our other halves had a couple of those, really enjoyed those. We had a little charcuterie plate, which was really good as well.
Yeah, it's really nice here. It's quiet, but the parking lot is rather small, so you have to know what your slide extensions, how far they come out when you're parking close like we are, as you can see behind us.
Ask me what my slides are.
How far do your slides come out?
My short one's 19, my long one's 31. You just know.
There you go.
Yeah.
And see, mine are about 29 to 30, depending on where you measure, if you're at the end of the slide or if you're at the arm of the awning. So you have to know that, because we got it in here pretty tight.
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, we're happy to do it. You just have to kind of have an idea. Nobody wants to bring their jacks back up, re-level, and then move around and bring the air back up in the suspension. It's a little bit of a process.
Yeah, but it's always nice to know who your neighbor is when you're this close to each other.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be right next to a total stranger. You know.
So with that said, we're looking forward to hanging out here for the night. Should be fairly quiet, so we'll see.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun.
I'm working on a new project that you might be interested in. It is called Full-Time Freedom Week. And we participated in it last year, and they invited us back this year, so I guess we didn't screw it up too bad. So it is a free online virtual event, and it will be in November, and it's going to be amazing. They're going to have a huge lineup, a ton of guest speakers, and it's for not just people who are researching full-time RV living, but if you're already on the road, whether you're full-time, part-time, sometimes, this event is going to be for you. Again, it is completely free. They're going to give you, I think it's 4 days of video, several videos a day that you can watch. It's going to be all kind of topics. And like I said, there's going to be a ton of people speaking this year. I am working on Al and Angie's part that they did in our video. They did such a great job. But we also have a bunch of our other RV friends that joined us in our video. So if you want more information about Full-Time Freedom Week, they are already posting information on their website. All you have to do is click the link and sign up. And again, sign up is free. They're just going to send you info about the event and remind you of the dates and give you a schedule of what's going to happen during the virtual event. It is a huge mega event, and it's going to be amazing. So be sure and go to the description to find the link to sign up, and we'll see you over there. So one of the things we have to worry about when we're doing all this boondocking is where are we going to dump and fill our tanks. We're on Highway 80 in Ohio, and we found an awesome service plaza with electric for RVs and water, and then a dump station as well. And it is free to use the dump. If you want to stay overnight and use their electric, it's 20 bucks a night, but we don't need that. So for us to fill our water and empty our tanks, it's going to be free. So it's an awesome find.
Yeah, it was kind of quirky getting in here to find out where we needed to go. Dump is on one side and the water's on the other side, but you can't circle back around and come in.
Right.
But it's free. It works.
Yep.
So you just have to have a little patience.
So there's quite a few places you can go to find dumps if you're boondocking a lot. One of the first places I go is All Stays, and there is a filter you can use for RV dump stations.
One of the places I use is sandydumps.com, and they have three different icons. One will tell you if it's free, and then you can go in there and get details if it's just dump or if you can get water. And then the other one will say if it's for guests only at the campground or if it's for everybody, but it's a fee.
Yeah. And if you find campgrounds, if you want to just give them a call, a lot of times campgrounds will let you dump and fill for a small fee. And I've seen fees between 10 and 30 bucks.
Yeah.
It just depends on which part of the country you're in as to how much they are.
Yeah. It's not too bad usually.
Yeah, you can usually find something. Sometimes it just takes a little patience.
But we kind of like the one we're at today,
Yes.
which is free.
Our favorite kind. So we made it to our Harvest Host location. It only took us about an hour from our dump station. So we had a great night last night playing some bocce ball, drinking some wine, just totally chilling.
Little Jenga thrown in there.
That's right. Which Phil lost at, by the way.
I did lose. I got a little cocky.
But this was a great location to stop. Of course, you know we love our Harvest Host, but this was really nice. It was very quiet. Today, we head for our next unique Harvest Host.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we are going to the Motorhome Hall of Fame.
Yeah, the RV Motorhome Hall of Fame. We didn't know we were this close, but we're taking advantage of it, that's for sure.
Yep, and it is also a Harvest Host. Actually, I'll find out for sure when we get there, but actually I think it lets anybody with rigs stop by, because who wants to see the Motorhome Hall of Fame other than RVers?
Hi, I'm Heather. I'm Hannah, and we are from Firelands Winery. We would love to have you as Harvest Host guest to come stay with us on our beautiful property. Come see us soon.
All right, we got to the Hall of Fame yesterday.
The RV/Motorhome Hall of Fame, that is.
That's right, but it was after 4, so we decided to spend the night and check it out in the morning, and it's morning.
Yep, so we're going to go in and see what how the industry has evolved over the years.
Yep, and there's plenty of parking here for overnight parking. This is a Harvest Host, but it's also really open for any RVer. So you don't necessarily have to be a Harvest Host member to come here and stay overnight and check out the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, there must have been, I think I counted 8 RVs in the parking lot this morning, so it's not bad. There's room, and there's a ton of space.
Look who we found in the museum.
Our village.
Our Village. Did you guys know we were on Our Village? You need to go and find us, search us out, and then you can keep closer tabs on us there.
When and if we update our locations, which we're kind of slow at.
We try to do that, but sometimes we miss it. But come find us over there, especially if you're not on Facebook or Instagram. It's a perfect place to stay in touch with us.
Yep.
All right.
We're
So
ready
you're
to go.
saying it's not made for anyone with knee and back issues?
Right.
Definitely not back issues.
What's
No.
down here?
That's the old engine right there.
Oh,
that's it.
wow.
And you know that had to have been loud.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
You're sitting right on, and hot. Yeah.
Wow.
So if you have back issues, you really don't want this mattress.
Oh, no.
It's about 1.5 inches thick.
Well, maybe it was 5 inches when it was built. It just
could
was
have
well
been.
used.
Could have been.
I want to show you Fleetwood's very first motorhome. It was born the year I was born in 1969. Check out this driver's seat. It's pretty snazzy. I think I would be comfortable here because look, my feet easily reach the pedals.
Got a CB radio.
Yeah, so, you know, breaker 19. You can call your buddies down the road. We got our kitchen. Nice 4-burner cooktop, complete with an oven. Of course, it is a Munchkin oven, so you'll be making tiny Toll House cookies. Double sink, nice booth. There's a lot of storage in this thing. Nice bedroom back here, but I hate to tell you, Phil, but there's only room for 1. So I don't know how 2 people slept back here. Maybe it pulled out somehow.
I don't know.
Oh, it did. There's a rail. So the bed must have slid out and this must have went behind. Check out this 1929 covered wagon. I mean, it is definitely minimalist at its best. So it has definitely the basics. It is tiny, but it came with your own little kitchen, a bed. What more could you need in 1929?
All right, so this is a 1954 Spartan Imperial mansion. This thing is 42 foot long, and when you walk inside, your jaw is going to drop at some of the things you'll see in here. So come on, let's check it out. Now I'm in the front part of the Imperial mansion, and I feel like I'm sitting in someone's grandmother's living room. Got the sewing machine, got the god-awful flowery chairs to go along with the god-awful shag carpeting. But the wood throughout this thing is something else. There's a ton of wood in here. Right, so now we're in the dining room. Pretty nice, little small removable table. Ample room to move around in the kitchen. In the kitchen, 4-burner gas stove, double sinks, pretty big, pretty wide. But more importantly, or more impressive, I should say, a residential size fridge, 1954.
Or should we say icebox?
Yeah, probably an icebox, but it's a General Electric.
Oh, if it's GE, it's a fridge.
It's, yeah, this is pretty amazing to see that in here. And this place has a ton of storage. It's got an oven. Stacy could use this oven. It's almost her height, so she could get her little Toll House midget cookies in and out of there. What's this, a bread box?
It's probably a spice box for your spices.
Pretty cool. Let's see. That didn't open. We have bunk beds in here. Not a lot of room, nor privacy, but they had them, so if you're traveling with the kiddos.
Which means we would have never bought this one.
Yeah. Plenty of storage in here. Wow. They have a regular bathtub in here. They got a back screen door.
Oh my gosh.
So they have 2 ingress-egress doors, and this, I'm assuming, is the master bedroom. And again, no privacy. There's no door. There's not even any curtains on this. But it's pretty big.
No closet either.
Yeah, no closet. It's got some limited storage. And it's got floor vents for the air or heat. I'm assuming it's heat. I don't know if there's AC vents. But this thing is pretty impressive for 1954.
So we just finished our tour of the Hall of Fame, which, in my opinion, was way better than the Baseball Hall of Fame.
And they could have done better here.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed.
Yeah, but for $12, it was way better.
It was interesting though. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. Yeah, a lot of old motorhomes, old trailers. Really cool.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to see something maybe, from 1990 on. But they only had the oldest one they had in there was built in what, 84, 85? That Fleetwood, the first.
You mean the newest?
The
newest,
prototype.
I think so.
I don't know. I would have liked to have seen other RV manufacturers in there. I mean, you didn't see any of the current, top selling or hot whatever right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
I'd
kind of.
also like to seen a better film to really tell me more of the history of the RV manufacturers and the original RVs. I think the film was lacking.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really call it a film.
No, maybe
not. It was
not.
kind of some pictures thrown together from back in the day. But I will say it was very interesting to walk through some of the old ones, especially when they first started in the 20s and the 30s. Those were really cool. And as you can see, we're finishing off here in this lovely RV that sits outside. So I think it's worth the stop, especially since you can boondock for free. And you don't have to be a Harvest Host member to stop here. So it was cool.
Yeah, it was well worth the stop. I mean, just, taking that walk down memory lane from how they started and where they came from. I mean, there were some nice quality builds for the era, 1950s, 1960s. I mean, the ingenuity was pretty cool.
Yeah, and seeing the amounts they paid for them.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Our Village. I keep forgetting to tell you guys that. So if you're not on any of those, you can find us on Our Village.
Good tips.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Give us a thumbs up and hit the notification bell.
And make sure you pop over to Life Beyond the Burbs.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, you can find them on Instagram and Facebook and maybe eventually YouTube.
Yep.
Eventually. Peer pressure is breaking them down.
All right, thanks for watching, and we will see you on the road.
Village.
It's Our Village. Did you know? I went ahead and downloaded, what's this thing called?
Copilot.
Okay.
Gee, you're the navigator?